Hey guys, Darren here. Welcome to Mayhem Country Living. Gonna be doing a whole lot of different things in this video, but the main thing about this video is I'm going to show you how we use mullein, the plant. Well, you can see some of it hanging in the background drying out. The plant, the medicinal herb mullein, for respiratory problems. Now, say that something was happening in the world that could be a respiratory problem. I don't know, just guess. What ifing? But you could use this to help. Maybe, but I'm not a doctor. And I make no claims to be a doctor. I want to show you what we're working on. Okay, this is mullein. You've seen the plant live. This is a plant that grows in areas that have compacted soil. So you will see these at construction sites, on the sides of roads, interstates, railways, stuff like that. Now the thing about finding them at these locations is you really need to be careful, because you don't want to collect them and harvest them when they have been sprayed. Historically, they have been used to treat respiratory ailments, either by making a tea out of it and with water, and drinking the tea, and using the steam while you drank the tea to help loosen up your chest, the congestion and the mucus. Also, you can use it in a tincture, which usually you would use like vodka, and that would allow it to absorb, and you would take the tincture, and that will help with the same thing. And you can also smudge it. Now that's what we're going to do today, is we're going to smudge it. And smudging is smoking to a degree. We're going to light it on fire, put it out, and let the smoke waft. And then if someone has a respiratory problem, you inhale it. Now I know it seems counterproductive, because you would inhale smoke if you had a respiratory problem. It's weird, but it works. But I ain't a doctor, so I could be crazy. Now I want to show you. This is mullein that I have harvested. This is mullein. A lot of people call this poor man's toilet paper or cowboy toilet paper, because it is a velvet, soft, smooth, and yes, you use it to wipe your butt. I guess you could, but it is more importantly a fantastic medicinal. Now how we're going to prepare this, we're not going to get into a bunch of woo with this. There's all kinds of different ways to do it. This is poultry twine. This is poultry twine, okay? A lot of people don't remember what this is. You would use this to stitch up a turkey after you stuffed it for Thanksgiving, after you put a bunch of vegetables and everything, or a large chicken, you know, if you were cooking a whole bird. So this is poultry twine. A lot of people use thread. You know, if you get really into woo about it, some people say you got to use red thread and you got to use white thread. I don't know about all that stuff. I don't discount it, but I'm just using poultry twine because I got poultry twine. And I've had this stuff for years. The nice thing about it is it holds pretty well. You can cook with it, and it breaks pretty easy. We have cleaned this. This is the mullein, and now we're going to sever this end, and then we're going to tie it up with this twine, and I'll show you what we're going to end up having. It's going to be something similar to this. This is 10 days out, and this stuff is 1 day out. And I'm going to do a few more of these because I give this to people, and that will last us for, gosh, pretty much a season or two. I might make a tincture. If I do a tincture, I'll do a video of it. We can make a tea out of it, and I'll show you the tea. But it's kind of uninteresting. We're going to make a tea. We're going to put in some boiling water, and we're going to boil it, and then we're going to drink the tea. You know, kind of, you know. But this is sort of interesting. More to come. Okay guys, now we're back, and I just want to show you what we have done is we have trimmed off the really dirty, bad, dead end of this mullein plant. This was something that they were getting ready to tear up the ground at a construction site, and I happened to see it, and I went over and pulled it up real quick, and they just kind of looked at me like I was an idiot. And I said, you know, and they didn't say anything too much, but they looked at me like I was crazy. But that is okay. Now, what we're going to do, we have wrapped this up in twine. Again, this is, I guess, butcher's twine. We're going to let this thing dry. These ends we're probably going to cut off and dry, and then we will use them to put in teas and tinctures, and that is all good. But we have a fantastic way to hang it. This is the dirty one that I did it, the other one just now. That was that. So we're going to trim it, clean it, shake it, remove everything that is less than perfect into the garbage. I'm going to hang this stuff up and let it dry. Now I'm going to get this thing situated, and again we will use some of it. I'll make a tincture or two, and we'll also use some for teas. And I know people are saying, oh my God, you're really getting into this woo stuff. No, actually I think this is just as important as being able to clean and service your AR-15, as well as build one, and you know, swap magazines, all that stuff. This, to me, in my opinion, I'm going to have a cold or a flu a lot more often than I am going to have to use my AR-15 in a tactical situation. So, what does that tell you? Okay. And what if there's no real way to go get, you know, Robitussin or stuff like that? This is stuff you need to know. More to come. Okay guys, now we're back. I want to show you. There we go. Got everything drying. Dries pretty good down here. Okay guys, now we're back. I want to show you another way you can do it. If you have the leaves, if you're going to smudge, you could rip them up, I guess, and that would be fine, you know. But what you can also do is you can roll the leaves up when they are semi-dry. And I'll show you what I'm doing. It's almost just like rolling up a piece of paper. And it's hard to do it one-handed, so you get the idea. I'll show you the finished product. More to come. Okay guys, there. You've rolled the leaf up. It is semi-dry, so it would smudge and smoke very nicely and not burn. Now, we're going to go upstairs, and I'm going to show you how we do it, because the hooch is going to do it as well as I am, because she is just getting over her and believe it or not, this really helps a lot, which, whatever. But email me if you have any questions or anything like that. mayhemcountryliving@gmail.com. We will do this. Oh, and before we get out there, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. Also, consider joining us on Patreon. We are revamping that, so we got some changes going on, and I think you guys will enjoy it because I have someone who is helping me with that. Thanks, Kevin. More to come, guys.
That's the reason I hadn't been on camera.
Why?
Because of my eye.
Because your eye. She wouldn't stop talking, so I had to give her a smack, guys. Not really.
Yeah.
Show them. She hit. Oh, dang! It looks bad.
Does it still look bad?
Yeah,
That's
it does.
9 days out.
She hit her. She was opening the van door, and she bent over as she was opening it.
I don't know what I did. The corner of the car caught my eye, cut it right here and right there, and all of it was black.
And popped herself in the eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
So
9 days ago.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, she didn't break the orbit. And
I thought I hit that bone right there. It was terrible.
I know. All right, what we're going to do, we're smudging this. She has one of my work shirts that we're going to wash afterwards because it does kind of stink. And you just breathe it. And then I'll probably do the same thing.
Did you tell them why we're doing it?
Yeah. I mean, there's no woo-woo or anything like that involved. Go ahead and kind of get your head under it so I can situate the camcorder.
Well, go ahead and light your flame. I don't want to be under it when you light it. I mean, you may burn my eyelashes.
Dude.
Yeah, maybe too wet.
Okay, go ahead. So, there we go. And now you just breathe in the fumes. And it's a slow smudge. That's why you want it semi-dry. And you can see it's just wafting up a little bit at a time. There we go. Alright, dude.
Oh, look. Movie flame.
It always struck me as odd that you would use this to help your breathing if you smoked too much, like tobacco or marijuana or something like that. It always struck me as funny that this would be one of the things that you would do because you're inhaling smoke.
Mm-hmm.
But
I used to think it was crazy too.
It will absolutely clean and clear you out. So
it's not an overnight thing.
No,
you have to do several times.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the one time that when I was sick, did it after I was getting over everything. I could tell a difference the next day.
Yeah, I mean,
like I wasn't so short of breath.
Yeah, and it's herbal, medicinal, and the funny thing is, it didn't cost anything. Well, you know, and it's just something that, again, she's not a doctor, I'm not a doctor. This is just something that we do ourselves. So, all right, guys, I guess we're going to wrap it up because we got to go inside and finish cooking dinner. And I just wanted to let you know this is how we use Mullein to help with any kind of respiratory problems that we have.
We also have the tea.
Yep. Oh yeah, I did mention that downstairs.
And it's pretty good if you just put a little bit of honey or, I mean, you can't really tell a difference in it than regular tea.
Yeah. You can also do a tincture. I had mentioned it downstairs as well, which is kind of the funny thing about Mullein, you can use a water base or an alcohol base, and it absorbs pretty good either way, and you get a little bit of different properties. But the tincture does really good, and that's with letting it sit in vodka, which it works out really good. So, but the tea is fantastic, and we do the tea as well, and we have a lot of tea set aside. Take care of your people, guys.